Secretary Zinke. Let me start off by bringing up an issue that we have had some discussion on both here in committee and off committee, and this is as it relates to transfer of federal lands to states. You have often said that you do not support transferring federal lands to states, but you've also acknowledged that Alaska is unique. It has some distinctions, and I appreciate that. When we look to Alaska's lands and what was granted at statehood, the right to acquire more than 104 million acres of land, roughly equal to the size of the state of California. Alaska Natives were also granted lands to settle Aboriginal claims. Today, the Interior Department, through the BLM, effectively acts as a real estate agent to accomplish these land transfers. BLM still needs to finish deciding the fate of 38.4 million acres, still needs to survey more than 16 million of our state's tentative selections before the patents can be issued. Our Alaska Native corporations have another 9.67 million acres under adjudication and about 750,000 acres of tentative selections awaiting surveys. To my colleagues, this is a lot of land that is yet to be conveyed. We've been a state now for over 50 years. The promises to our Alaska Native people were made over 40 years ago. So it's something that I have pushed through successive administrations, and just want to make sure that we are on the same page here when it comes to land transfers in Alaska. I would ask whether you agree that the Interior Department, according to federal law, has a role and an obligation to convey federal lands to Alaska and to our Alaska Native people.
Well, thank you, Madam. Yeah, and Alaska is different. As I'm concerned about the surveying process, I don't know how long we've been at the surveying process.
Too long.
But it's too long. So we are working with the state to use technology and agree how to use the technology so we can get it done.
And that still remains a little bit of a rub, but I appreciate that you were updated on that on your visit to Alaska.
And I would like to work with you. There's surveys that are in the intermediate process. I don't know why we can't go forward and view those as final and get the process and get that moving. You have a veteran issue. Vietnam veterans, Native Alaskans served their country. They were not either informed and did not take action with it, and how to provide their right on land. We've talked, there's multiple ways forward, but we need to get it done. So I will work with you and commit to work with you and get it done. I think the best path forward is on the conveyance to agree and put a time frame on it, and to sit down and look at the best technology in order to get it done. Sometimes the 98% solution today is better than 100% solution 15 years from now. And if we both work together, I think we can get this done quickly. Certainly on the ones that have done on the intermediate, I think we should both propose to move to final and get that section of it done.
We'll know that this is something that we need to be working on, not only the state lands and the interim conveyances that are out there, but again, these allotments to our Alaska Native veterans, those lands to those who are termed the landless natives. There is so much that is yet unfulfilled in terms of promises and commitments made to Alaska upon statehood and to our Native people. So we need to be working to advance them. Let me ask very quickly, the secretarial order that you signed when you were up in the state to help increase energy production, again, particularly relevant today in light of the 40th anniversary of TAPS. Do you have any update for me on the implementation of that order, including the revised integrated activity plan for NPRA, and just where you are with implementation of that secretarial order?
I will get the specifics on it, but I wanted to point out on 1002 specifically.
Yeah.
That was set aside to assess. And my responsibility as the Secretary of Interior is to do just that, is assess. I don't have the authority to authorize production in the ANWR or the 1002. That authority lies within Congress. My responsibility is to make sure I assess. And as the steward of our public's lands, I think it's important to know what our inventory is, because decisions being made on production levels, investment, all should be made on the basis of science and fact. So my intent is to move forward rapidly and assess exactly what assets the taxpayers in this great nation has in the 1002, as was set aside to do just that.
Thank you. We look forward to that. And again, I will work with you on getting some kind of an update on the other aspects of the plan within NPRA and other areas. Senator Cantwell.
Thank you.